What's up?
What up?
Barely Shit Drawers, episode 13. I just realized I
Coming
have to
in,
update it. I have it at 12.
coming in fucking hot.
Oh, dude. Ornerier than ever. Ddubzzz is coming back from a heated Browns loss that he was at live in LA. And more 49ers injuries to get into, so it's going to be a heated episode.
Yeah,
Um,
it was
let's get
a
started with the Ddubzzz game.
tough trip down to LA and back, just simply because we didn't come home with the win. But I'll actually start with this craft that I'm drinking today.
Oh, I didn't grab a
Um,
drink.
I'm on the sour train. I went to Bethmo and bought a couple sours just for this reason. And this one has a unicorn on it, and it's called Cosmic Dust.
Ooh.
And if you can read that, it's a golden sour
6.2%
beer
alcohol.
aged in oak barrels with hibiscus.
Nice.
That's hibiscus.
I am currently texting my wife asking her to bring me a beer.
So to be determined.
Yeah.
So I'll get into the game this week. It was a really good experience. I flew down to LA. This is the only West Coast Browns game they play all year, so I had to get my fix in. Uh, I don't think they played any West Coast games last year, so flew
No.
down to LA to see SoFi Stadium and watch them play the Chargers. First impression was the hotel I stayed in was packed with Browns fans. I stayed at the
Was
Sheraton
it?
next to the LAX
Nice.
and was full of Browns fans. It was funny. Your brother called me on like Sunday morning and called it out. He's like, oh, dude, I guarantee all those Ohio people are crushing the continental breakfast. And I looked over, and the entire like breakfast thing was just full of Browns fans. So
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
tons of Browns fans, tons of Cleveland fans. I don't know if they're in town or if everybody
If they're
that I
local.
talked to were local or they're like from the Bay Area or somewhere
Yeah.
close. There were some people that made the trip out that happened to be from Ohio. The thing about Ohio people is you see an Ohio person and you're going to talk to them
Because you know they're from Ohio.
because you know they're from Ohio. So
Dude.
you have some form of connection. My wife says it's a
Instant
cult.
brotherhood.
Yeah, my wife says it's a call. So, anyways,
Thanks.
the
Dude, I just got
Browns
a beer.
Chargers game. Oh, nice Almanac.
Dude, it's the last of the Blackberry Supernovas.
Nice. So SoFi Stadium, first impression, was fucking awesome. SoFi Stadium is a very cool stadium.
Yeah, I'm jealous. It was probably
The outside
amazing.
outside of it was pretty cool looking. It wasn't anything special. I know when it's lit up, like they had the Monday night game there, and it looked fucking sick lit up. The outside of it's not that impressive. It's kind of in the middle of Inglewood, which is kind of weird, kind of like dead center in the middle of the hood, right next to a casino. But you walk in, and the stadium's actually set like below the ground, so like the
Yeah.
field is below, the main ground level. So
Which is
you walk
crazy.
in on the third deck of the stadium.
That's so crazy.
Um,
That's so deep.
Yeah, it's so deep. Like we couldn't figure out how to get down, and we were section 108 or 105, so we were on the first deck. So we had to go down 2 escalators just to get to the first deck.
That's
Um,
insane.
Everything was brand new. I mean,
Yeah.
we went to the Niner Stadium when it first opened, and that was brand new, and that was cool. But this is like
This is like brand new and high tech.
elegant
Yeah.
and high tech.
Yeah.
Vendors were awesome. There's no lines for vendors. That was the biggest thing I picked up.
That's crazy.
You
That's
did not
huge.
wait in line for a single vendor. You did not wait in line for a single bathroom. The food was good. Obviously, everything's overpriced. It's an NFL game. You expect that. The like when you sat in your seats, they had. I don't know if you saw it on TV, but they have that big like circular jumbotron.
Yeah, that goes kind of underneath the
Yeah, it goes
sections.
underneath. Yeah, it sits
Yeah.
at the top, so you can kind of have a view of it from every single seat. The coolest part about it is like it's not really a dome, but it's kind of screened in to where it almost provides a shade structure throughout the game.
Well, yeah, because the field is buried fucking 3 stories deep underground.
So you get shaded from the sun,
Yeah.
and there's a breeze that comes through, so it's constantly like kind of cool, and it never got too hot. It was really nice.
Just perfect engineering.
Yeah, it was just a cool feat.
Yeah.
Chargers fans are all nice. Nobody's a dick.
Mm-hmm.
There was a racist ass Chargers fan that sat like 2 rows in front of us.
Just yelling out stupid shit.
Oh, dude, they had a Mexican heritage thing at halftime, and like to where they were like playing different music, mariachi music, and they come back. We sat like right above where the Chargers came out of the tunnel. And they come back in that way, and everybody's clapping for him. This dude turns around. He's like, "Don't fucking clap. They don't even belong here." So racist Chargers fan.
Wow. And that's crazy coming from someone who lives in San Diego. That's like 2 hours from the border.
That's LA. But yeah, it's the same thing.
Oh, you were in LA. That's right. I keep forgetting they're not in San Diego anymore. But still, like, come on, dude. That's ridiculous.
Like, they were there before you fucking were, you idiot.
Exactly.
Like, that's Mexico before it was fucking US. Anyway.
Yeah.
Other than that, Chargers fans hella nice, hella realistic fans. I think a lot of them are bandwagon fans for the most part. Lazook.
Sup, Lazuch?
Lazook joining in.
Dude, Lazuch just coming in hot, slinging and cleft lip.
So I'm talking about SoFi Stadium and the Browns game a little bit. So
he threw hands.
To the game. There's tons of Browns fans there. I mean, so the one big thing too is they. Oh, he looks like a booger, dude.
Dude, liquid booger, dog.
They totally pump crowd noise into that stadium.
Oh, they do it like fake.
For sure.
They 100% like there was more Browns fans or at least equal Browns fans, and then you'd hear the Browns fans cheering, and then Chargers fans you like see them not really cheering, but you just hear this like roar. And I was just like, dude, like turn it off. Like this is so dumb.
Dude, just quit faking it.
Yeah.
You know the Browns fans are louder. Just let it be.
So probably, I mean, every Browns game, out with the exception of the Niners game I went to with UTIP, has been incredible. Like the last couple I went to.
Yeah, because that game they got crushed.
Yeah, I've said it before. I haven't been to a winner in 14 years as a Browns fan, and I again saw another loss. But
heartbreaking.
Probably the best game. Probably the best game I could have ever saw. It was back and forth.
Dude, that was the best game of the week by far.
So I'll give you a quick summary. So Justin Herbert is a fucking beast.
He doesn't miss a throw, dude.
He does not miss throws
at all.
His wide receiver's good. I'll get into the referees after this, and I'll get on myself for that. The wide receivers for the Chargers are pretty good.
Dude, Mike Williams finally showing up.
The head coach of the Chargers is gutsy as fuck. He went for so many 4th downs. It was crazy. He's so gutsy. Derwin James for the Chargers and is an absolute saved their defense. He's
a monster
all over the place.
He's on my fantasy team, by the way.
That's for the Chargers. And then the Browns running game could not be stopped in that game. Nick Chubb.
Oh my God.
They should have not took him out of the game.
He is a freak.
Nobody could tackle him. The only person that could tackle him on that team is Derwin James.
The thing that was crazy was he was busting out 15, 20-yard runs through holes that I feel like I couldn't fit through.
Oh,
and that dude, he's 220, 230?
Yeah.
And he's just squeezing his fat ass through these tiny ass little gaps and just boom, gone. I'm like, what the hell? How'd you get through that?
That touchdown run he had, that 60-yarder that he juked out 3 guys in a row where he kind of stutter stepped and kind of hezzy stepped and went was just oh my God, dude.
Yeah, to see that live was probably crazy.
Oh, just and then Baker played great.
He played all right.
He played great.
He played pretty good.
He played his game. I mean, it's his game. Odell dropped a huge 4th down pass.
I know, that was brutal.
Odell was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, he only had 2 catches, 3 catches?
He had 2 catches. He dropped a big 4th down. That was right.
Yeah, the thing that sucks is the drop overshadowed any catches he had.
Yeah.
He did have that nice sideline catch, but
yeah,
the drop was a bigger deal than that. So.
Njoku was huge.
Oh, dude, where the hell did he come from?
Mm.
He just balled out that game.
Yeah, he was just open. I think they put a lot of guys on Hooper, and then just kind of let him go. Myles Garrett only had 1 sack. He didn't show up, and there's a reason behind that, and I'll tell you. But in the end, the Browns lost. They couldn't make enough plays at the end of the game to stay in it.
Yeah, but I mean,
and that they had the ball on the last drive, and number one, they couldn't get a stop. Number two, they couldn't score. Baker needed that drive at the end of the game. So the biggest play in that game, there was a lot of big plays. Like, a lot of things could have turned that game. They called the worst pass interference call I've ever seen in my entire life. That ref should be booted from the NFL for the fact, and it was a huge.
It at least needs to be reviewed. It definitely, it was bad.
4th down, 4th quarter. The ref is standing, like, I'm staring at the ref. My seats are right there. I'm staring at the ref. He's standing right in front of the play, staring at it, and just drops a flag on the ground after the ball hits the ground. Like, what are you doing? Like, and then they show pictures and videos of it, and Mike Williams is basically, like, throwing down the DB.
Yeah.
The DB's playing good positional defense, and
he's getting manhandled.
And that's 4th down, our ball with the lead and great field position to where, we run the ball, they can't stop us. So that's one. Number two, the holding penalties that they called on us versus the negative holding penalties that they didn't call. Myles Garrett was insane. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was so bad. The times we didn't score, outside of the last drive of the game, was that 4th down we missed, and then anytime we got a holding penalty, they just throw a flag at the beginning of a drive, put us 10 yards back, and it's like, what the fuck? That's Browns offense is fucked from there. It was bad, like stupid holding penalties that didn't even make sense.
Yeah.
The biggest hurdle the Browns faced, and I think this is why they lost the game. I'll say the refs, whatever. They lost everybody in their secondary.
They did, for real.
Denzel Ward went down. Greedy Williams went down. Our corners, AJ Green actually played really fucking good, and then he got hurt. So we had just no-name corners. Newsome was already hurt for the game anyways.
Welcome to the club, pussy.
Oh.
Right? What the hell? It's everybody, every team, the NFL in general.
So, great experience. I kind of have a little. If it was any other team, I'd be really pissed. It's kind of like going to that Raiders game. It's like I kind of respect the Chargers a little bit. Like I kind of like the Chargers.
The Chargers proved a lot that game.
Nobody's a fan of the Chargers. Like, nobody is like, oh, I'm a big fan of the Chargers. Like, everybody that's a fan of the Chargers is like, hey, I've been a Chargers fan forever because we weren't a popular team throughout this whole time.
Yeah.
They're not even the most popular team in LA, and they're probably, they might be better than the Rams, to be honest.
I think they are.
The Rams are good.
I still, for some reason, I'm just not that hyped on the Rams. Like, I know they're good, but I don't know, man. I feel like they lost some good defensive pieces. Adding Matt Stafford is obviously a big upgrade, but, like, they didn't really build that much around him. They didn't add that much. So just because Matt Stafford comes over there and they lose a couple pieces, everyone's like, they're the best team in the league now. It's like, well, they weren't the best team in the league last year.
Mm.
So is Matt Stafford that good? I don't think so. But I think he is an improvement. I think the team is pretty solid. I don't know. I just feel like everyone's like riding their nuts a little too hard.
I agree. So Browns lost. It was heartbreaking to make a trip to LA for all that and then have the Browns lose. I wanted to puke when I left the game. Not to mention, I'm sitting there and my flight leaves. My flight boards at like 20 after 6, and I'm sitting there like, and it's like 4:30, and it's like, oh fuck, if this game goes into overtime, like, am I gonna miss my flight or am I gonna go back home? So I was just kind of sitting there. We ended up leaving a little early just because the game was over by then. But getting out of that stadium was far worse than anything that ever happened. I mean,
oh really?
Piss poor. I mean, just because it's a new stadium.
Yeah.
Like piss poor management and traffic coordination to get Ubers in and stuff like that. It was a nightmare. We basically had to hail a taxi, walk all the way out, in Inglewood, walk all the way out, like hail a taxi. On the side of the road.
Out in Inglewood, dude.
You gotta throw up gang signs, get that taxi cab out there.
Yep.
You gotta throw a blood sign.
So Browns need to bounce back. Got a huge game against the Cardinals this week in Cleveland. So
Yeah, that's gonna be a big one.
mhm.
And that sucks for them. I mean, that might be a good thing though because they just lost to a really good team. So maybe they're fired up and ready to go. Whereas the Cardinals just came off a fucking squeaker little win against the 49ers, who is clearly just a dumpster fire right now. So
So I didn't. I'll be straight up. I only watched highlights of the game. Obviously, I couldn't watch it because I was waiting for the other game. So I mean, I saw the score and I saw some highlights. It looked like the Niners didn't play that bad.
the Niners defense didn't play that bad. The offense
Trey
was
sucks.
atrocious. So once again, for like the third week in a row, the Niners almost got shut out in the first half. Literally zero offense in the first half. And I mean, I get that we're starting a rookie quarterback with Trey Lance in there. You know, you can give him a little bit of a pass there. You know, maybe he needed a couple quarters to get warmed up, but I mean, when you're going on your third week in a row doing that, it's just it's frustrating. And they're still not fucking using Brandon Ayuk. I don't understand at all. Like, dude's in the doghouse. They just don't want to use him. He's getting like 2 targets a game. It's insane. He's the most athletic wide receiver we have, and every time he touches the ball, he makes a huge play. It's like usually like a highlight reel play. And it's just like, what the hell? Like, give this guy the ball more. Like, okay, you don't want to feed him all day. Give him 5 targets in, you know? Like, you don't have to give him 9. So, I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, the offense was atrocious. The good news is we do have a couple running backs healthy again. So, Elijah Mitchell was able to play. And he looked pretty good. You know, he looked like he picked back up where he left off. But yeah, I mean, it just came down to, you know, Arizona's a good team. They're healthy. And they were able to put up 17 points, and we couldn't match it. So I thought the Niners played good. Our defense played hella good. I mean, we're the first team to hold Arizona to below, like, 25 this year. But there was one play that stood out to me that really pissed me off, and I have a picture of it. So it was. I forget what the score was.
I feel like that game wasn't that bad.
What?
Yeah, the first.
I was gonna say I felt like the score.
The score wasn't that bad.
Oh, my audio's cutting out. That sucks. What the hell's going on?
You're fine. I can hear you.
I was gonna say I felt like that score really wasn't indicative of how the game went. I mean, I feel like really Cardinals were way more dominant than that score showed.
Yeah.
For the first time, I think ever since Kyle Shanahan's been around, I like questioned his tactics. I mean, he was like putting Trey Lance out in option RBOs, like RPOs, whatever, all day long. He was getting murdered.
I know, and he wasn't doing any play action. It's like why draft a guy like that and not use any play action? So
16 carries, 89 yards. 16 carries.
Yeah, and
he got like a workhorse running back load.
I know, and you wonder why he blew out his fucking knee. It's just like really bad play calling for Shanahan. And some of those runs, it wasn't like, oh, run out to the outside and then, you know, maybe have a throw or a second option open up while you're on your way there. They were like, run straight down the center. Like he's a fucking fullback. And I was just like, what? Like, this is weird play calling. I don't get what they're trying to do. One play that was really sick. Actually, we're going to watch a video of that. The almost touchdown he scored when he went head-to-head with Isaiah Simmons.
Oh, yeah.
Crushed him. Dude.
He wasn't fucking around. Was that 4th down?
It was.
Yeah. 4th
down. And it was like 4th and 1. And Trey won. I mean, they stopped us. We didn't get the touchdown, but Trey won the battle.
That took some guts.
Yeah. I mean, Isaiah Simmons is a big dude.
Yeah.
And he sent them to the tent. He was out for like the rest of the quarter.
Yeah, that takes some guts. And like you said, it's like, why, you know, you have this prized rookie quarterback that you spent how much draft capital on, and you're going to put him in positions to where he's just going to get the shit kicked out of him?
Yeah, exactly. Like the way they called the game and the plays
and
they
he
gave
did
him,
too.
like,
He did.
It's like you wanted him to get hurt. But yeah, here's the almost touchdown. I mean, the dude was an inch away from getting the touchdown too. It was crazy. But check this out.
Meets the immovable object. And lands.
They blocked Eli.
Going backwards.
It's Elijah Mitchell.
Whoa!
Gets the goal line stopped.
murdered.
Isaiah Simmons
just
going
out
low to hold
Whoa!
Lance out.
Crush. Yeah, I mean, look, he was an inch from that pylon.
Juice.
Lance.
By the way,
On the
Elijah
roll.
Mitchell throws a
Can he
block
get
right there.
Oh, and it's a
Completion
touchdown.
of
Yeah.
the goal line.
He kind of screwed up on that. But the point is I really like Trey Lance. That takes a lot of heart, especially coming from a quarterback, to go head-to-head with a fucking huge linebacker, super athletic linebacker, and then to get right up from it and just walk away like nothing happened while the dude's just dead. It's pretty impressive. So that was one good thing. The bad thing that happened in that game was this.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Come
That's
on,
so
dude.
bad.
That pissed me off. I saw that happen live, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That is the worst
Okay.
hold ever.
So
And he has his hands on him. That would have been a sack. It's not even
No.
like the fact that it's a safety because the holding.
Exactly.
It would have been a safety because he had him.
yeah, so there's a big thing wrong here. Like sometimes they miss holding calls if it's away from the play or anything. This dude literally has his arm on.
He
Kyler
has a
Murray.
hold of the quarterback, and he's not allowed to finish his tackle because this motherfucker is horse collaring him in the opposite
Dude,
direction as
that's
hard
so
as he can
bad.
in the end zone.
And there's a ref probably right where.
And there's a ref probably right here, dude. The worst call ever. And I know it wouldn't have changed the game. It probably wouldn't have made it that big of a difference. Like we would have lost 17-12 instead. Like whatever, but still, it's the point that that is fucking stupid, and it just killed a lot of clock time. Like it would have maybe given us a chance, just that second opportunity. But yeah, the reffing this year has just been insane. It's just horrible. Like how do you miss that? All refs'
that's a
eyes
bad
should be
one.
on that quarterback right now.
Yeah, you have to, because if he has his arm on him, they're watching the quarterback in case he hits him low or does some stupid shit. Like
You
they're
would think
watching
so?
it.
You would think so?
And he's opened wide up.
And it's not like
he's
it's
wide
a
open.
sneaky we didn't see it. It's
Yeah.
like, dude, his fucking shirt's about to get ripped off his chest.
Yeah, that is bad.
It's insane, dude. Yeah, so that was pretty bad.
Awful call.
Yeah, terrible call. Horrible.
Terrible no call.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, I called the Niners losing that game. So the fact that they put up a good fight against arguably one of the best teams in the league, I felt good about. Our defense is still hanging in there. They're looking pretty sharp. But the offense is still just really gross. Jimmy or Lance, it doesn't matter. They can't move the ball.
Do you think they gave Trey Lance so many carries like that because that's all he knew how to run in the offense? Like he's not progressed enough to know intricate passing routes.
Here's what I think, and this is what a lot of people are talking about on Twitter. A lot of people think that we lost Lazook. A lot of people think that it's possible that Kyle Shanahan didn't want Trey Lance, and that maybe it was a John Lynch pick. And so Kyle Shanahan's basically being a little dick about it, and either trying to get him hurt. No, I wouldn't say trying to get him hurt, but just running the most vanilla, fucking terrible offense ever with him to make a point almost. Oh, you want a running quarterback? Fine, we'll run the ball with the quarterback and then just run stupid fucking running plays that are never going to work. You know what I mean?
I don't
Because
think
there's something in the water. There's something not right.
yeah.
There's something going on in our organization, and I can just sense it. The fact that Brandon Ayuk is never getting targets, the fact that they're calling the weirdest, most terrible play calls with Trey Lance, when Kyle Shanahan is a fucking offensive genius and can write something 10 times better than that any day, all day. So I feel like there's something going on, and it's just a little weird. But it's hard to pinpoint what exactly it is. Maybe they drafted Trey Lance and they found out that he wasn't as good as they thought. Maybe John Lynch made the pick and Shanahan wanted fucking Justin Fields. There's got to be something going on in the organization, and we're kind of seeing little bits and pieces of some sort of battle that's going on within. That's what I think.
Yeah, you got to put Lazook's link back in. But I don't think I could see that happening. I don't think it'd be hard for people to play hard for a coach that would have that mentality. Like unless Kyle Shanahan's like that manipulative that he can make it seem like he's trying to win a game and try to get his quarterback hurt at the same time.
Well, I don't think he's trying to get him hurt, but I just think he's running like bland, vanilla ass offense. Where's Lazook?
Yeah, and then did you see what John Lynch said about Brandon Ayuk too?
No.
I saw it on Twitter or something. He's basically like, yeah, Brandon Ayuk hasn't progressed to where we want him to be yet.
Yet they're giving more targets to Mohamed Sanu. Has Mohamed Sanu progressed to where you want to be? Yeah. I don't fucking think so. I guarantee if we waived Mohamed Sanu right now today, not a single team in the league would claim him. If we waived Brandon Ayuk, there'd be a fucking line of teams fighting each other for that motherfucker. So I don't buy that shit at all. Dude, every time the ball comes his way, he makes it a fucking spectacular play. Every single time.
I think you're right. I think there's something like he's not showing up for practice or he's not practicing hard or like something's happening. Yeah.
Well, Zook, send me another link.
Talking about.
I know, I just put it in. It didn't come up. Yeah, it's brutal though because it's like we're losing critical games. Like I don't think our team is good enough right now to make an example of our best player. You know what I mean? And I think he's easily one of our best. He's probably our best wide receiver. Like I know Debo's really good, but in a different way. Like Debo is not a traditionally good wide receiver. Debo's just a freak athlete. He's basically a running back that plays wide receiver.
Yeah.
He's basically Nick Chubb lining up on the outside.
They did stop. They stopped Arizona's running game.
We got a question in the chat, which is a good one actually. Should the Browns shop Odell Beckham Jr. quietly?
I think they've been shopping him for a while.
You think so?
I don't think they've really gotten returns. I think it'd be really tough for the Browns. That's from Rocco. Shout out Rocco.
What's up, Rocco?
I think it'd be tough for the Browns to trade Odell because there's so many links on that team to Odell. And, Jarvis is like one of his best friends, and there's so many LSU guys on that team.
That's true.
I think it'd be tough. And, I know it's just a business, but, the Browns have kind of built something like a camaraderie. I think it'd be tough to trade him. I still hold out hope that Odell is going to come out and do something. Like it's been 3 years now, and I think I always have hope. But
it's got to happen eventually.
Like something's got to click.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just doesn't. Like if you watch old Odell highlights, like all he does is run fucking crossing routes across the middle, catches the ball, and gets upfield and like scores a touchdown and makes people miss.
That's where his money's at.
That's all you have to do with him, and for some reason.
Well, that's the thing is they try to use him as a deep route guy. He's just running like straight routes and out routes and shit. It's like, I mean, yeah, he could do that. He's freakishly athletic and he can catch, but like you said, the dude his money has been in the middle, just sneaking in between linebackers and shit, and then just taking off.
Yeah.
So.
Thanks for the question, Rock. You just can't get him, like you said, you can't get him to. You got to keep Odell happy because he could be a cancer in the locker room real quick if he's not happy and not getting the ball, kind of like he was in New York. But there's guys on that team that can keep him in line as well. So I think you roll him out. You have other good wide receivers you could stick in there. Odell's always going to draw attention, and if he happens to catch the ball, he can make electric plays. The thing is, like, we don't need Odell. Like, we have the best running back game in the NFL. Hands down.
By far.
Like, so you can run play action off that and dump it to Njoku and Hooper and DPJ and Jarvis and be fine and win games. But the next level of that offense is to have a guy like Anthony Schwartz, have a guy like Odell that can break the top off a defense. And
for sure. Because it'll open up the running game more, too. It'll make it even
Yeah.
easier for those guys, which is insane.
Totally.
Like, you don't need that, but if it did happen, that's terrifying.
Mm.
So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with that. I think Odell fits in way too good there. And if they could figure out how to utilize him properly with Jarvis on the outside and the crazy tight ends they have, that team's ugly, man. They could do some damage. Another thing I forgot to mention about the discourse within the 49ers franchise that's happening right now. Actually, it's not apparent. It's actually a fact. One of the defensive players for the Arizona Cardinals came out and said something about Kyler Murray versus Trey Lance. And he said, Trey Lance is no Kyler Murray. George Kittle went and liked that on Instagram. So there's definitely some shit going on within. And then once it became public and people started talking about it on Twitter, why did George like this, blah, 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 he removed the like. But still, it happened.
Whoa.
So
I didn't hear that.
yeah, so there's some shit going on inside. And it's ugly. I think maybe drafting Trey Lance might have split the team in half. Because I know a lot of guys were really close with Jimmy.
So this being said, where do you think Kyle Shanahan's job security lies right now? Do you think he's on the hot seat?
No.
I do, actually.
No.
This is his fifth year.
This year.
This is the
He's had
year.
one winning season.
Yeah, this was the year he was supposed to. This was supposed to be his creation. That's, you give a coach 5 years. In the 5th year, what did you create out of our money in those 5 years? 5 years of drafting, 5 years of free agency. What roster did you create? And what did he create? A fucking injury-prone roster that's on a losing season for the second time in a row.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much of that was all on him, though.
Yeah, you can't.
Dude, you're the coach. I mean, you're on top. You're the guy that's responsible for everyone below you. That's just the way management works. Either hire people that make better decisions or do what you got to do. But you had 5 years to make all those decisions, and he didn't make good ones. I think he's a great play caller. Like, don't get me wrong. You can't deny that he's a genius. He could fucking call a game with the worst roster in the league and maybe get a win. But the bottom line is he put together a team that is struggling and more injured than any other team I've been a Niners fan since 1996 when I was actually consciously aware of what football was. This is the most injury prone roster I've ever witnessed out of any team in that amount of time.
There's a lot of teams that way, though. I don't think it's just the
Oh,
Niners.
dude, not on that level. We're the second most injured team in the last 50 years last year. In the last 50 years, there's only one other team that had more injuries in one season than the 49ers last year. And I think this year we're probably catching up to those numbers. It's crazy.
I don't feel bad for you.
I don't feel bad for myself. It's just frustrating. It's like, damn, like I thought Kyle was going to be the guy, and now I'm actually starting to question it myself. Maybe he's just a really good offensive coordinator and a terrible head coach.
Then that might be the case. Like maybe he's fit for an offensive coordinator, or he's fit like a, I don't know, Sean McVay role where he's like Sean McVay like delegates all that other shit.
Yeah,
a lot. He's the head coach obviously, but he takes the offense over. And,
yeah,
that's
I don't think Kyle should have a lot of say in the players we draft. Honestly, I think he proved. I mean, with Debo, that was a great pick. And Kittle too, but was Kittle before? I don't remember. But still,
that's a tough one for Kittle. That's
the overall team is just kind of falling apart.
Well, maybe they'll come back and do something different next week. I mean, the season's still young, so it's funny when teams start to lose, the speculation just goes berserk.
Yeah.
The Browns lost.
When teams lose that are expected to win, that's when people go.
Yes.
Yeah.
The big thing in the
because I don't think anyone's losing their minds in Jacksonville yet.
No. Yeah, you're exactly right. Because the thing that they're talking about now with the Browns and the Browns circle is Baker, a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah.
And is Baker gonna get him to the promised land? It's like, dude, are you like he just threw for fucking like 350, put up 42 points. He couldn't lead a drive at the end of the game. Yeah, like he needs to be better at that. Like that's what the true quarterbacks show. But Like, don't fucking hate on our quarterback. We had fucking Ty Detmer and Tim Couch and fucking
Yeah,
Spurgeon
Baker's
Wynn.
good.
Like, like, come on.
That's
Like,
foolish.
give Baker some credit.
Yeah, that's foolish. I mean, yeah, of course
Um,
your team would be amazing if you had Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes on top
Yeah.
of the roster they have now, but that's impossible. You can't
the
afford
biggest-
those guys.
The biggest thing I saw was this week, even after that talk, was then the Monday night game happens and Lamar Jackson literally puts the team on his back and wins the game. And everybody's like, see, that's the difference between an elite quarterback and Lamar Jackson. And I'm thinking to myself, like, hey, Baker's got a playoff win. Lamar Jackson doesn't.
There you go. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes leadership and just being able to play in the moment is a trait that these talented quarterbacks don't have.
Yeah.
Speaking of talented quarterbacks, is it me or is Mahomes kind of shitting the bed this year?
Yeah.
They got
They just
crushed.
They look a little off.
They look terrible, dude. He got fucking destroyed.
Yeah, they just look a little off. I mean, I think it's just like they look great against the Browns. The Browns defense is
Yeah,
up
they
and
did.
down. But yeah, I think they just look a little off. I think they're, ahead of their britches a little bit. I think they'll pull it together.
I think my boy Josh Allen kind of showed him up.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Outplayed
mean, the
him.
Bills are good too.
Yeah,
Those
the
are
Bills
good.
are scary. They're fucking
The
dude.
Bills are good.
They're
They took a
ridiculous.
tough loss against the Steelers in the first week.
Week
and
one,
kinda
and then just went on a tear. Yeah.
just pulled their shit together and blown teams out. I don't think it's anything. I think the Chiefs just have injuries. They had some bad luck. Like, they had fumbles. Like, they could easily be 4-1 right now.
Yeah.
They could also easily be, could have lost that Browns game.
Easily. Yeah.
But
I just felt it was crazy because I felt like this was like the biggest game. Well, maybe one of the biggest games of the year for them. Going against the Bills. And I don't know, man. I felt like Josh Allen he hung in there. He did what he needs to do, and Patty just did not look good. He threw 2 picks when he needed to actually make a big play and bring his team back. And I don't know. I just feel like this year Patty's kind of looking like, is he worth that
Looks a little
$500
human.
million?
yeah, he looks a little human.
Yeah, exactly.
He hasn't hit on. There's been, like, maybe there has been and I haven't noticed them, but there hasn't been a ton of wow plays from Patty this year.
Yeah.
To where he just maybe that one against the Browns where the dude just fucking launched it, whatever. But that wasn't really a wild play. There was just a chuck and heave, and Tyreek Hill caught it. But yeah, I mean, it's
a little weird.
Maybe defenses have found out about him. Maybe it's just little things that he's.
It doesn't bother. It doesn't bother me any. Fuck the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So they could rot and burn for all I care. I'll be sitting there cheering with marshmallows and a bag of chips.
Mhm.
Makes
So-
the division a little easier for the Raiders with no coach.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's the next subject.
I was gonna say, do you even want to talk about the Raiders? Or, like, are
Do
you
you need a quiet place?
Yeah.
I'm not even that butthurt about it. I'm
We
like
can do a little
more
bit of
butthurt-
emotional therapy.
No, I'm like more butthurt that it's Gruden that got caught. And I feel like there's some kind of like conspiracy or something going on, man. I mean, it's like, first of all, that shit was like 10 years old, but that's irrelevant. But I mean, it's like we all talked about earlier, like if anybody ever got a hold of any of our like chats or private conversations in email or text,
Oh,
format,
dude,
like,
we'd be hanging.
probably
We'd be
in
hanging in
jail.
front of City Hall.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, so like I'm not like.
Well, and the
overly
thing is
upset
like
about it.
Gruden's like an old school type of guy, and he's always known for being an asshole. He's never been like known as this like stand up nice guy. He's always been an asshole. And so to like go dig through his emails and find up some little dirt, and like the things he said weren't even that bad.
Okay, I think he did say some shit.
He called
the first-
Roger Goodell a fag. Okay, get over it.
Yeah.
Big
He is
fucking
a
whoop-de-doo. When I was in junior
Yes,
high,
sir.
you know how many people I called a fag at the time? Like, come on, it used to be socially acceptable. Like, and I'm not homophobic. I don't think he is either. They're trying to
No,
like
I
play
think
this
he's-
narrative that he's like some horrible person because he said a couple things, and it's just like, dude, come on, like we're all
Like,
guys.
I want to see you pull Jerry Jones' emails. Let's look at Jerry
Yeah,
Jones'
dude.
emails.
Shit. Any
Let's see what good old
guy,
boy had to say.
any human male, bring up their emails for the last 10 years and tell me you're not going to find one thing where they said something offensive.
Dude,
Why-
and honestly, I think it was an easy out for him. I kind of almost think, to be perfectly honest, that he like somehow staged this because listen, he's not happy there. He's getting his ass kicked. He's fucking not getting the draft picks he wants. He's being handcuffed by ownership. I mean, he's just like, I feel like this was a way for him to be like, you know what? Now it's probably a good time. Fuck this
Quick
shit.
retirement.
Yeah, and like he could have fought that dude. Like, come on, as John Gruden, bro, they paid him $10 million a year. I don't think he could have fought that and been like, listen, I don't really give a shit what you all think. I'm the best coach, whatever. Go pull emails from fucking Jerry Jones and the Bushes. Like, go fuck yourself.
Did you
Yeah,
see what?
right?
Did you see what Mark? I think it was Mark Davis said. Like, he's like, "Hey, what do you think about John Gruden's comments?" He's like, "Well, why don't you ask the NFL and tell me what they think? Because they've held on to these emails for 10 years, and then now they're just releasing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Why?
Like super
Why now?
hypocritical NFL to hold on to emails like that, but then it's just super. I think the NFL that's just it. It's like college football. It's like you can hide shit if you want to, and then when you want to get rid of somebody, then here it is.
Yep. Oh, look what we found.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just have your little blackmail compartment for each player and each coach. It's ready to go. All right, what have we got for this guy?
I tell you what, it gets Urban Meyer off the hook, but nobody's talking about him anymore.
That's true.
Yeah, seriously. He's got. I can't believe he's still the coach. How's he not the coach? How's he the coach?
Rocco said, "Do yourself a favor and Google Deuce Gruden."
Oh no, I
Oh,
can't.
boy.
I don't want to do it.
Now I have to do it.
I'm doing it right now.
I'm definitely not doing it.
Football running back.
Oh, he's a strength and conditioning coach for the Raiders,
Oh boy,
and he looks like a mannequin.
he looks like a mix between John Gruden and the owner.
Or fucking Carson Wentz.
Oh, that's
the
hilarious.
fuck? How is he related to the Grudens? Like, he's obviously is.
Oh, he's the son of John Gruden.
Yeah, he's the son.
Oh, okay.
Deuce Gruden, son of John.
No, remember we were talking about that shit last week, weren't we? Because he's like the most like bizarre motherfucker on earth. That guy.
No, we were talking about Belichick's.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. How funny is that? They're like the same.
both maniacs.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, I was more trying to talk to you, Zook, about the actual Raiders play last week because they just lost to the fucking Bears. It got smoked by the Bears.
Well, you know what's good and bad is so we were out not camping, but we were like at a small family reunion over the weekend, and we had Dick for service, and they were on some like Dish Network bullshit. I was literally trying to like hotspot my cell phone to my computer to watch Hulu stream to the TV that we're watching on. That was about as big as my monitor currently. So it was interesting. I only caught about half the game. It was tough to watch. I'll be honest.
How much of that loss do you think happened because of the whole Gruden drama?
I don't know how much of it was out before that game. I guess a lot of it, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't think it was that big of a deal. I think he's played through worse controversies than that.
Yeah, couple mean
played through
emails.
Yeah, like I don't think he gave a shit. But I think it just, I mean, the Bears are atrocious on how they can move.
Yeah.
On how they.
You just lost to a rookie quarterback that got sacked 9 times against the Browns.
I mean,
After you had huge wins. Like, the Raiders beat good teams this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Big
Josh
time
Jacobs,
wins.
I don't think he had more than 40 yards. I mean, he had like 15, 20 attempts, didn't get shit. Kenyon Drake wasn't used at all. Renfro didn't get the ball for shit. I mean, it was a tough game, man. And to like, for whatever reason, man, whenever Khalil Mack's on the other side of the field, he destroys us. Every time.
Yeah, he always plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, like Khalil Mack was everywhere. The guy's a fucking maniac. Are you kidding me? Like every play, Khalil Mack's in the fucking mix with a hand up, his big old paw in the middle of the air, or he's got fucking the back of Carr's neck. You know, his horse collar him down as he's throwing the ball. I was like, dude, this guy's like, get some people on this motherfucker, chip him, something.
Get Alex Leatherwood on him. Let's go.
Well,
dude. Did you see that play? Did you see that play? He fucking straight shoved the chicken. Oh my god, dude.
Alex Leatherwood, dude.
Point. I think the announcers like it too. The announcers are like the same as us, man. They're like, Alex Leatherwood. Look at this idiot.
I think I read somewhere that he has like the worst offensive line rating in the NFL right now from starting.
Dude.
Leatherwood?
Yeah, from
Let-
starting
Let's search.
lineman, he
Let's
has like
look it
the
up.
worst offensive line rating, which is so
would not
bad.
surprise you?
'Cause they picked him so early.
Oh my god. His Pro Football Focus grade is 28.1 in pass blocking, and overall offensive grade is 31.1. So if you don't, I don't really know how to relate those. But let's pick somebody like, what's he playing? Left tackle? Right
Trent
tackle.
Williams.
He's playing right tackle.
Who's a good right tackle? Jack Conklin.
There you go.
He just got hurt. Our entire team got hurt.
He's all 3.6.
I don't even know how to look up PFF grades. $82.5.
And Alex was 22 or something, 23.
Yeah, 28.
That's not even a standard. It's not on the same
Oh man,
planet.
that poor guy. Terrible draft
What?
pick, man.
What a bad draft pick.
Horrible. And like,
I just-
that's not even a
That's what I'm
left
saying,
tackle. He's
man.
not even going
Like-
against the best pass rushers. He's on the
here we go,
right
here we
side.
go.
He didn't even.
He's
He's,
the
not even
lowest-
blocking the backs of the blind side.
He's the lowest rated rookie offensive tackle this year, but I feel like he's the lowest rated
Shocking.
offensive tackle this year.
From starting, yeah, I think it was from starting lineman. He's the worst because I think there's been a couple guys who have like maybe subbed in for someone that might be worse, but that doesn't really count.
Again, this game was in Vegas. They lost in Vegas. I'm looking at the stats. I did not watch this game at all. I'm looking at the stats. It looks like, the Bears defense is good. It looks like they just ran the ball. They ran the ball 37 times as a team. Only threw it 21 times. And still scored 20 points. Like, what the fuck?
It's ugly. It's really bad. But I mean, also you got to consider Josh Jacobs is coming off of an injury. The whole John Gruden dilemma, that's got to affect the team at least a little bit. It's got to be in the players' heads and John Gruden's head. Like when you're trying to prepare for a game and make good, smart calls on the fly, but in the back of your head, you're sitting there worrying about emails that came out. Same with your quarterback, and
10
like
years ago.
yeah, like it's got to affect him just a little bit. But on top of that, Josh Jacobs coming off of an injury, he's not 100%. So I get it, but I also don't get it because it's the Bears.
The Bears.
Sad win. But we got other exciting sports to talk about other than football because we're getting to that time of the year. One of those sports being basketball. The NBA season is right around the corner.
Let's go.
It's going to be a good season for the Warriors. I'm stoked. They made some solid draft picks from what it looks like this year.
We should go on some season tickets.
That'd be sick.
The Warriors just beat the Lakers in a preseason game handily.
Twice.
Crushed them. Beat them by
And
20.
didn't even play Steph, and like Jordan Poole is a fucking beast.
Dude, he went off that game.
Dude, if he's any bit as good this year as he is during the early season this year,
dude, any ad would be insane.
Dude, what about Kuminga though?
I don't know. Let's get him in. Let's get him in the
Yeah,
let's
dude,
see if we get some big boys.
I
don't
don't
see
know,
him.
man.
I don't see him playing that much.
I don't think he'll play that much just because of the roster. Like, there's a lot of guys he's gonna have to outplay to make playing time. But having a guy
He's
like
last
that
on the list.
coming
He's last.
off the bench, woo, girl. I don't know, man. He's looking pretty good.
They've won every preseason game, by the way, which doesn't mean a whole lot, but at the same time, they're winning games. Wiseman needs to step up this year.
Yeah, this is the year where he kind of makes or breaks it, I think.
Well,
just
that's
gotta
kind of
get-
unfair. He was gone for the entire year. I mean, come on. He
Yeah.
was gone for the entire year.
So you think
Good
even
guy.
if he sucks this year, you're gonna give him another year?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
I mean,
He totally can.
That's fair. That's fair. He's pretty young.
I mean,
so.
I think he's gonna get a year anyways. I don't think he's gonna get a ton.
Well,
of
didn't
play.
they-
I mean,
Didn't they take
they're gonna play platoons.
You know who the sneaky player that the Warriors got is? Otto Porter.
Otto
Jr.
Porter Jr.?
I thought
Yes.
he was a beast, bro.
Yep. He played great.
Which is insane. And then they got Iggy back. Moses Moody was a very good draft pick.
Yeah.
I loved watching Moses Moody in the NCAA tournament.
You know what's
He's very good
crazy?
for Arkansas.
I said before the NBA draft I wanted them to pick Moses Moody with their first round draft pick. But I was talking about like number 8 when they picked Kuminga.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted them to pick Moody, and they ended up getting Kuminga at 7 or 8, whatever it was, and they got Moody at 15.
Yeah, they have Gary Payton a second too. LA.
Yeah, they also have. They still got Juan Toscano Anderson, and they picked up Bajelica from Sacramento.
Oh, dude, he's a European player, the power forward.
Nemanja, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Jumanji or
I don't know how to say his
Jumanji.
name.
I can call him Jumanji.
I feel like he's just like a solid like
Jumanji.
depth player. He'll be that guy that's just like
So I
solid
think it's funny because the Lakers went 0-5 during the preseason.
because they're weak.
So I think talking about the Western Conference in general, Golden State I still don't think is a top tier team, but I think they're more of a 5 seed, 6 seed this year in the West.
Settle down.
Clay.
Settle down.
Without-
That's tough.
Without Clay.
Hot take there. Okay.
I still think. I mean, you got the top teams. You got Phoenix. LA is gonna be good. Like
Fuck
don't
LA.
don't fuck
LeBron's
with LA, dude.
50 and Anthony Davis's eyebrow is out of control. He can't even see anymore.
Dude, you can't. Their team is so stacked.
They're weak, dog.
You got the Clippers still that everybody just like
Forgot about.
writes off. You got Denver. You got Portland. You got an up and coming New Orleans team.
I'm
and
not
you
sure on
got-
Portland. I'm not sold on Portland.
You got Luka.
Portland, I'm not sold on either.
And then you got Luca.
Luka's ridiculous.
Yeah,
The
Luka.
Dallas
Unfairly the
Lucas.
MVP.
Yeah, the Dallas Lucas.
Luka Doncic's. And then Memphis. I mean, Memphis is always a perennial 7-8 seed, but
Yeah.
and I forgot to even mention the top seed of the West last year in Utah. So
That's true. I mean, the West is pretty stacked.
and again, you have LA. I mean, LA, although they're old, whatever.
They're not going to
Like-
be top 3.
You roll out a starting lineup that's Russell Westbrook, LeBron, Anthony Davis. They'll probably start like THT or Wayne Ellington. You got Kendrick Nunn, Malik Monk, Rajon Rondo, DeAndre Jordan, Dwight Howard, and Carmelo coming off the bench.
Literally 4 of those guys are in their 40s. I'm just saying, I think the Lakers are going to be good just because of the amount of experience. But a part of me thinks that adding Westbrook to that team was more of a poison than it was an addition. I just don't think.
I don't think so.
I don't think he has the whatever it is to be a team player. Especially knowing that he's not even the top 2 guy.
So what?
You think he's just gonna? You think his ego is gonna be able to swalla that and just be like, yeah, I'm the third
he
guy on the
doesn't
team. I'll be all
have-
right.
The dude doesn't have an ego. Like I think everybody thinks that he wants to like he wants to take the shots all the time and things like that. No, the dude just fucking he doesn't give a fuck. He's gonna take shots if he's open.
He
And
hates
he's just
losing.
a gamer. Yeah, he's a
Hates
gamer.
losing.
He
Dude,
hates losing.
I don't
he's
know.
a gamer, dude.
I know.
He's a
I know
good
he's
teammate.
super competitive, but that guy, man, I feel like he takes a lot of shots.
He's reckless. He'll come down and if nobody else is with him, he's gonna take the shot. Like he doesn't give a fuck. But if he has good players around him,
You think
got
he's gonna
people-
pass that to LeBron with 3 seconds left?
100%.
I don't know,
Dude,
dude.
okay. What about when they went to the finals with him and Durant every single year?
And they got smoked in the first round.
No, they didn't.
Or
They
was it
made
the
it to
second
the
round?
conference. They made it to the conference finals every year. They went to the finals
With Kansas
him.
City?
with Oklahoma City.
I don't remember that.
They played the Heat in the finals. They were so good.
That must have been a while
they-
ago.
They were so good.
They were good though, but that was all Durant, dude. Let's be honest.
No, it wasn't, dude.
It's all
Westbrook
Durant,
was
dog.
so good on those teams. Westbrook would literally come up, make like one dribble, pull up jumper that was just
Yeah.
like
No,
unstoppable.
don't get me wrong. I'm not questioning his talent. I think Westbrook is a freak. I'm just questioning his ego, being that LeBron is going to be the number 1 on the team. Anthony Davis is going to be the number 2 on the team. He's going to be the number 3. I don't know if he's willing to swallow that and allow that to be. Because
I
if
think
he's
at this
not,
point-
then that's going to ruin the team. You have to have
This-
LeBron the number 1, and you have to have Anthony Davis the number 2 in order for it to work.
Everybody that has been on his team, Russell Westbrook's team, has always considered him like the best teammate they ever played with, because he's got your back and he's competitive and he pushes you, and like he's a team player, and like he might have made like dumb boneheaded things in the past, but he's learned from it. He was just on a shitty Washington team.
God, that was
You
an
know,
awful team.
It was an awful
You know,
team, and they put 100% of the offense on his back. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. I mean, time will tell. This is all just speculation. I don't see it. I think his ego's too big for him to accept his role on that team, and I think it's going to create problems.
I
So
think
the
the Warriors are going to be in the top 4, top 5.
top 4.
I think top
Okay.
4. I can see them right around there. 4.
Yeah, if Clay plays like 80% of Clay's normal play, they're gonna have a really stacked team. Young team.
I'm calling it right now. It's
They're
going to
young,
be
but-
Phoenix, Utah, LA, Golden State Warriors.
So
Top 4.
Rocco made a really good point. You said, like, oh, Oklahoma City wasn't that good. They should have beat the Warriors in 2016.
But
They were up
didn't.
3. They were up 3-1 on the Warriors. And
You know why they
the only
didn't?
reason-
Because Klay
'cause
Thompson
yeah,
just smashed threes in their face all night.
Klay Thompson
Literally.
took over. That was
Dude, but
coming out
they got some really good veteran presence coming back with Iguodala. I'm not a fan of Wiggins, but he serves a purpose. We'll see if he even plays, if he doesn't get vaccinated. They got Damian Lee.
He did.
I mean,
He
Otto
got
Porter
vaccinated.
Jr. is an amazing addition to that team.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
huge.
I
That's
think
huge.
it fits perfectly. Gary Payton II is going to play a nice backup to Curry and Jordan Poole. Dude. this
And then
team
you
is
got
stacked.
Kaminga and Moody just sliding in there for energy
Yeah.
players. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't
dude,
even
it's nasty.
mention Kaminga and Wiseman. I mean, I'm not like, I just feel like those two guys are
Yeah.
like, icing on the cake. If they perform at any level, this team's gonna be really hard to beat. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're so
He
deep.
says, "God, I hate Golden State."
Dude,
Cleveland fan,
Toscano
dude.
Anderson.
Yeah, I mean, I expect it, man. Coming
What?
from Ohio,
Yeah.
that's some nice rivalry right there.
Toscano
So-
Anderson.
Jamie made a point the other day, and she said, "Oh, whenever our kid grows up, they're gonna be a Warriors fan." And I was just like, and this is a good discussion, I guess.
Straight kicking the dick for Dan.
No, I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you can't,
Dude,
you can't force.
speed bag in that
No,
net.
no. Like, if you have a kid, you can't force the kid to root for a team. The kid's gonna root for a team that he sees all the time. Like, if I was watching Warriors games all the time, he might root for the Warriors. But
Yeah.
I don't fucking do. Like, I watch Warriors games all the time, but I'm gonna be watching Cavs games. And I'm gonna be watching like.
Well, here's
Probably
the
watch
thing.
more Lakers
I was a
games.
49ers fan as a kid. I had 49ers hats, gear. And when I went to school, I told all the kids in the playground I was a 49ers fan. I didn't know shit about the 49ers. I sat there with my dad and watched it. I didn't know what was going on.
Exactly.
So, your parents do have a big say
yeah.
and a lot of influence on which team you end up liking.
That's why, like, people are always like, "Oh, I hope your kids aren't a Browns fan. You don't make them be a Browns fan." I'm like, "Well, I'm not going to tell my fan what to root for, but when they see me sitting in a room watching the Browns every single Sunday and rooting for them, like, what else are you going to fucking root for?"
Yeah, and you know he's going to buy him a Myles Garrett jersey at the
Oh,
age
yeah.
of 1.
You gotta get him in that baby fucking Bjorn at the game. Live.
Yeah.
Mm.
So,
Anyways, that was interesting. So Eastern Conference NBA, I think
High
There's
school
one-
basketball.
I think there's one team. There's one team that should stand out about the rest, but now Brooklyn is facing a bunch of shit because Kyrie won't get vaccinated.
but
And,
he can still play all games except for the home games.
well, other cities have mandates too that he can't play in.
Oh, so
He can't even practice with them right now.
yeah.
There's not many. He can play in Golden State.
No, he can't. That's what I'm saying. He can't play in LA. He can't play.
He's going to end up going to Texas and playing with Luca.
Yeah.
No, he can play in Golden State. The rules that for Golden State don't apply to traveling teams. Like inbound
Oh,
teams
word?
aren't required to get vaccinated.
What?
That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. Good job, California.
That's why dude was throwing his fit by getting vaccinated. He was like, I don't understand why it's good for us but not good for anybody that comes here. Like, what's the difference?
I didn't know that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the rules on
not the
COVID
same
haven't made
freaking
sense
rules.
since the beginning. They change it all the
Yeah.
time. So at this point, none of it
And like
makes
every
sense.
county's different, every state's different. Like you go
Yeah.
to fucking Texas, dude. They're like, what COVID, bro? What you talking
Yeah,
about?
exactly. I went to Tennessee for a week, and people like if I wore a mask, I'd have probably got beat up.
Dude, we went to Austin like 4 months ago. It was like, and that was like not that far past hardcore COVID times, and wasn't really wearing no fucking mask, dude.
Yeah, people don't even know what COVID is over there. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like the country's so different on their takes on COVID and how strict their vaccine shit is.
Yeah.
So it's really weird.
Middle of the country isn't gonna give a shit. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
there's really two big teams, really, actually four big teams coming out of the East. Brooklyn is obviously the perennial favorite if they can get all their players because they're just fucking stacked. Even if they don't
So
have
gross.
Kyrie,
So
they
gross.
still have Harden and Durant.
Yeah.
The Miami Heat are stacked. Like they made a lot of offseason moves. Kyle Lowry, Oladipo.
Oh, I forgot about Oladipo. That's big.
I mean, they're just fucking stacked.
Jimmy
and
Butler,
then-
Tucker.
And then Jimmy
Yeah,
Butler,
and
of course.
Tucker. The other big team, obviously, the Bucks. They won the championship. They're gonna be there, and then obviously Atlanta Hawks.
Oh yeah, they kind of made a statement.
Made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and
Yeah.
I think they're there to stay. I think they're gonna do big things. I think
Dude,
Boston's
Trey-
gonna
Yeah,
fall off.
he's so good.
Trey
Yeah.
Young's a beast.
Dude, he
I like
is
Trey
so
and DeAndre
ridiculous.
Hunter. Did they have Clint Capella last year? Or I don't
Yeah.
remember him being
Yeah,
on
they
Yeah,
did they have him
he's
last
a
year?
beast.
He
John
came.
Collins.
He came from Houston, right?
Kevin Werder.
Gallinari.
Yeah, Gallinari fucking stepped up. I mean, they just have a weird, sneaky, good team.
Yeah, it is a
With
weird
some like
team.
lethal outside shooting. Like
yeah,
lethal.
outside shooting is
Yeah.
insane. I think Boston's fell off. New York is gonna be decent again. Philadelphia has their own fucking drama with Ben Simmons.
Oh yeah, did you hear it
Um,
today? He cussed out. They had a fucking verbal shootout between him and the coach today.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I guess there was like f-bombs and everything going back and forth.
He
Him
can't
and
stay
Doc
there, right?
Rivers.
He can't stay there. Like, I mean, come on.
No,
Just get rid of
they
the- just
can't.
get rid
He's
of the
ready
guy.
to
Just get
go,
rid of the
dude.
guy.
Just trade the guy. Like, get it over with.
I think Charlotte is gonna be better with Melo Ball.
What do you guys
this
think about
year-
Chicago? I feel like Chicago is sneakily
And,
becoming
yeah,
good.
that's a good point. I mean, Chicago made a ton of offseason moves. Got Alex Caruso, Lonzo Ball, and
Caruso. That's your boy. That's your boy.
DeMar DeRozan
And they picked up
DeMar-
Vucevic at the end of the.
and Vucevic. Yeah,
at the end of the
DeMar
trade
DeRozan-
deadline.
DeMar DeRozan and Vucevic back together again from the USC days.
Dude, I feel like Chicago might be pretty good this year.
Yeah,
They're gonna be
And
sneaky,
Zach
I think.
LaVine.
Oh yeah, and they got Zach LaVine, who's a baller. Dude, he looked hella good in the.
He'll probably be their
The World
starter,
Tournament.
Really. I don't
Zach
think
LaVine?
Caruso won't start over Levine, will he?
no, Caruso's
No
coming off the
way,
bench.
not even close. No
Yeah.
way.
That's a weird lineup though. Like, who do you put out there? Like, who, do you start Lonzo and Zach LaVine and just put Zach LaVine at the shooting guard?
That's
Yeah,
probably
you
what they
have
were
to,
gonna do.
DeMar
Yeah.
DeRozan, the shooting guard, and I'm not sure who they have in their four spot, but
Or they
Patrick
might just have
Williams.
Ball as the backup. Honestly, Lonzo. I
Oh,
mean, he's
really?
good,
Right.
but he's not a.
Right now, they have as their starters Lonzo, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Patrick Williams, and Vucevic, and then on the bench Kobe White, Caruso, Troy Brown, Derek Jones Jr., and Tony Bradley.
That's actually not a bad roster.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid, actually.
they have some pretty good rookies too. Javante Green or something.
So quick pick of the year. You're gonna hold you to it. If you don't get it right, you die. I'm going NBA Finals. I'm going
Oh.
Heat. I'm going Heat Lakers. And
Oh
I'm
God,
Come on.
that's
I'm
gross. That's
picking-
atrocious
I'm picking
picks.
the Lakers to win.
Come on, bro.
Get out of here with that garbage.
LeBron, dude.
Okay. Better write that shit down, cause
I got it.
let's see. For me,
Oof.
I'm gonna take my boys in Phoenix. I really like that team. They're young, they're talented, they're ornery, and they made it pretty far last year. On the East, I'm gonna take Atlanta.
Damn.
I think Atlanta is sneaky good.
Who's your winner?
Phoenix.
Who you got, Zook? Golden State.
Dude, I'm going Golden State, Brooklyn.
Ooh. The obvious choice.
funny?
Well, I guess Golden State's not obvious.
Is we made picks for the NBA season. I forgot. We did a while ago. We said who's going to be your champion.
Did
Let's
we?
say the same
And they're
thing
not
already?
the same at all.
We did it a while ago. Yeah. Well, I think you guys both picked Golden State.
I feel like I want to
change.
change that Atlanta pick though. I'm not. It's not sitting well with me.
Uh-oh. Okay. Who you got? Cavs? We didn't even talk about the Cavs.
Cavs aren't there.
Nothing to
Yet.
talk about.
Yeah, they're not there.
a young,
They're still working on it.
they're a young team.
I'm gonna take Milwaukee again, dude.
Rematch?
I think. Yeah, I mean, not enough has changed. I don't think, and I think those teams are both pretty
What are you
gross.
talking about? They barely. Well, actually, the Bucks. Would the Bucks win like a game 7 every time? I think they played like fucking every possible game they could that last year.
I'm gonna go repeat.
It's trash.
Gotta take it, dog.
I don't know how the Bucks are so good. I mean, I feel like Antetokounmpo or whatever his name is. I mean, he's good, but goddamn, how?
He's a freak. He's not
Brooks
just good.
Lopez. Brooks Lopez. So,
He stepped up his game.
Yeah,
dog.
but okay. They also have Chris Middleton, who's the star,
I think he's
and-
actually better of a player. I think he's actually better. 'Cause
and they had Drew Holiday. Like,
Drew Holiday was the difference maker on that team. Honestly, he stepped up fat.
I think Middleton was the difference maker because he.
Well, Middleton
fucking-
played the way Middleton played consistent, which is key for him because he'll disappear sometimes. He played consistent, but Drew Holiday played some nasty defense.
so we'll be. I'm trying to look up what the date is. So if we want to, I think we have a fantasy basketball draft on Monday, the
Yep.
18th at 6:15. We'll probably live stream that.
If we could figure it out, we had
Yeah.
our hockey draft on, was it Monday?
Yeah.
And
Or Friday.
it was Friday, and we tried to stream it. It did not work out. People were showing up late and shit. It was just a mess. So we did not stream it, but we'll try to get our shit together for basketball, and hopefully we'll get that going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I'm
looks
down
like
for that.
I think everybody renewed that I can see too. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got eight people, which this league was pretty fucking cool last year. Like I liked it.
It was fun,
fantasy
and it was
basketball.
like weirdly competitive.
Yeah.
Tell me, either one of you knew that Giannis's older brother is now playing on the team.
Is he?
He
And
was.
he's equally-
Yeah.
He's equally
was
as
last
gross.
year.
I didn't know that.
He was last year, and then the other brother plays for LA, who won a championship the year before that.
Like, who's this guy's? Who's this guy's dad? Like, what does this guy just have like super cells? Like, what's going on?
I don't think their dad's around. I think it's just their mom that raised them.
That's crazy.
They were made.
Yeah.
They were
That's
made.
right.
Manute Bol came through and porked her.
Yeah,
Petri,
dude.
Petri dish kids.
Or Hakeem Olajuwon.
Just like
So speaking of
freaky
hockey-
humans.
NHL
Yeah,
season
dude.
started this week.
Yeah, dude. Hold on. We'll just turn this over to Tith because I have watched zero
Well,
hockey.
can I just tell you that it was really fucked up and unfair that you decided to do it on a fucking Friday, and no one told me. And I looked at my fucking
You-
roster and I had like 19 guys on the
You
IR.
legitimately voted on that day on the spreadsheet, pussy. I have your vote. So yeah, I mean that was unfortunate, but at the same time, like you got an opportunity of a lifetime. You got to go to the Giants game during the playoffs against the Dodgers. Like,
Dude,
I don't care.
did we talk about that? Did we talk about the games though?
We're gonna get to that in a little
We're
bit.
We're going
But yeah,
to.
so like that's why Lazook missed the fantasy draft. Can't blame him for that one. I think anyone would have made that decision. But yeah, hockey starting started Monday. My fantasy team is ridiculous, by the way. I haven't even told you guys about it yet,
Why are you losing then?
dude. Dude, my team is.
Why do we play each other in the first round in the first week?
Like
Every
I almost
single
feel guilty. Like my
fucking
team
year.
is too good. But
You know
anyway,
why you know why I'm beating you this week too, and it's the same shit that happens every single year we play. You know how many assists I have already?
I have more than you.
No,
I have 8.
I have 8. Oh, that is you. Never mind, I was looking at the wrong.
Dude, you're about to
Ah,
No, it's because I haven't had any guys play yet.
How many games do you
Just
have
give
to
us some time, dog. Anyway, my fantasy team is stacked. Dan actually has a really good team.
Yeah.
I think he'll have a good season too.
I do not.
Lazook's team is atrocious. He auto-drafted, and it did not do him any favors.
I fixed some of it though, but I fixed some of those actually.
He did make. By the way, I would not drop Evgeny Malkin. I know he's old, but he's still got like 50 points in him. Anyway, NHL season's here. Big time Sharks fan. I'm excited. We got to see the battle of the expansion teams that happened the other night. That was pretty cool to watch. The Las Vegas Golden Knights versus the Seattle Kraken. The Golden Knights definitely handled them pretty well.
Kraken. Who's a Kraken?
It's like a fucking giant squid that eats ships. Anyway, that was cool, dude. That was a fun game. I thought it was awesome that they did that for opening night.
Seattle played really competitive.
They did. They're fast. They're aggressive, kind of like people predicted. They don't have a lot of offense, but they're just kind of an ornery, fucking grindy out team. But Vegas, being Vegas, they just manhandled them and put them to bed. So it was cool. It was fun. The Sharks play on Saturday, I think. It's their first game. And I'm
Are we
stoked
going
for
to a
that.
game this year or what?
Dude, we're going to
yeah.
we're getting so drunk, it's not even funny. We're going to sneak in a 30 rack of PBR to every single Sharks game.
Dude, you know what you have to do? I went to one Sharks game where I had seats on the glass, and I went in like the VIP, the BMW lounge there.
Oh, yeah?
Like, we got to figure out how to all get tickets for that, because you literally get unlimited alcohol.
Dude, the SAP Center is the easiest arena to sneak and get better seats at. Like, you could buy nosebleeds and end up, like, on the glass.
Yeah, that is a pretty sweet stadium. I've been to before, but not for a hockey game, actually. It was
Oh, really?
an event,
Dude,
but,
we should definitely, we should I was looking at tickets, they're like $30.
Yeah, they're not very expensive.
Yeah.
Especially now that I have this, like thing where I'm trying to look for cheap tickets, and a cheap ticket to the NFL game was $300 each.
Woo!
I'm like, you tell me $100, I'm like, oh, I'm in.
Yeah, I was looking at tickets to the Washington Capitals game because that'd be cool to see Ovechkin versus the Sharks.
Time to hook it up, dude.
We could do
hook it up for sure because he gets hella free shit for the
Who does?
Sharks games, man. James at the bar.
Oh yeah, for sure. If you could hook
because
us up.
like one of their big vendors is Young's Market, and they're like a sponsor or some shit at the Shark Stadium, and they just fucking spoon feed him tickets in the glass.
Let's go, dude. That's crazy. But yeah, we could do like a Capitals game, see Ovechkin. I think it'd be cool to see a Blue Jackets Sharks game.
Yeah, totally.
Maple Leafs would be fun. So there's a lot of big games that are happening this year in San Jose.
Can we go watch Jaromir Jagr?
Dude, he's like 48 and he's actually still
dead.
playing.
So speaking of Ovechkin had 2 goals and 2 assists tonight, by the way.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's ageless. He does not stop. He looks like a grandpa and he's out there just like beating ass and scoring goals. Dude's a freak. He's just like literally a Russian like lab experiment. Yeah, he's actually, what's crazy about Ovechkin is he's actually closing in on Gretzky's goal record. Which like most people said was impossible to beat, which it seemed like it was, but Ovechkin, like, if he could somehow just keep up his goal scoring pace at the age he's at, he might actually be able to do it.
He's 5th all time. He's 37.
Yeah.
36. He's 36.
Dude, Jaromir Jagr played till he was 45.
Yeah, that's Jaromir Jagr.
Yeah, but Ovechkin is 37 and he's just scored 2 goals and 2 assists in his first game of the season.
Yeah.
He's a freak, dude. He's ageless. He is on roids, maybe. Or he's just a Russian lab experiment. But yeah, no, I'm stoked for NHL season. If we're going to take hot takes, picks of the year, I'm taking from the West. I'm going to take Vancouver, dude.
Oh.
I'm going to go a little crazy.
That's a dark horse.
Yeah. I think Vancouver is going to be sneaky good this year. Ton of talent on that team. Young, aggressive. They got a good goalie. I'm taking Vancouver. From the East, I'm taking Carolina.
Dang, that's my pick, dog.
Carolina Hurricanes.
No,
Nasty team. They're nasty. They're so fucking good. So much speed and just like talent. It's ridiculous.
Who's your winner?
Carolina. Vancouver's the dark horse. They're gonna get far. Carolina is not a dark horse. They're just ridiculous, and they're gonna win.
But I said Carolina because it's the Panthers, but I got Florida Panthers coming out of the East.
Ooh, I like that pick.
And I think they kind of underperformed last year, but I'm taking the Avalanche out of the West.
There you go. If I didn't pick Vancouver or Carolina, that would be my choice for the next two.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pick the Florida Panthers. One, because I have a ton of them on my fantasy team. Number two, I just think better all around team.
Yeah, those are solid picks. I could see easily both of those teams going. And I'm rooting for the Florida Panthers this year, by the way, because they have fucking Joe Thornton on their team.
Yeah.
I want Joe Thornton to win a Stanley Cup more than I want the Sharks to win a Stanley Cup. So, Panthers fan this year, get ready.
I've been willing to say that if you asked 10 people on the streets to name the 4 divisions of NHL hockey, the 8 will get them wrong.
Well,
I don't even know if I can. There's the Metropolitan, the Atlantic,
Pacific and Atlantic. Like, I know those two. And then I don't know the other ones.
Metropolitan.
Yeah, I said
Yeah,
that.
that's a weird
Metropolitan, Atlantic.
Come on, bro.
Pacific,
Metropolitan.
what's the other one?
What's the other one?
Rocky
Central.
Mountains?
Central, yeah, Central. That's right.
What's going on? Like, I don't
All right,
know
Zook, who you got? I know Zook, the NHL expert. Who you got, dog?
The NHL expert. I'm not sure.
He's trying to figure out the team names. He's like, who plays in the NHL?
No, I'm just looking at.
What's weird is the Western and Eastern divisions are so weird in the NFL. Like, Nashville is in the West.
Oh, yeah, they're all
And
scattered. It's all crazy.
It's so weird.
Well, it's because you have Canadian teams and shit, and they had to, like, spread it out.
Edmonton is where? Like, Edmonton, I feel like Edmonton is not in the Pacific.
It's above Buffalo, I think. Yeah.
Obviously, if you take some tributaries and rivers, you get to the Pacific.
Yeah.
You don't get there. You're
Yeah, it's
you're
like
not getting
literally above New York.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, what the hell? Nah, I mean, I don't know shit about hockey. I don't know shit about hockey.
You gotta take a wild guess, dog.
At least give me a champion.
Rolling the dice blind. What you got?
At least give me a champion.
I'm going. Boston Bruins champion.
Okay.
That's actually a weirdly really good pick.
Yeah.
The Bruins are fucking good.
That's the only shit I've seen on ESPN is Boston Bruins, so I'm just going Boston Bruins.
All right, so he's gonna go Boston Bruins and Sharks. I like it. Good picks.
All right, so we got to get through our NFL picks quick, and then we'll get into the Giants and crypto.
Yep.
So last week was a tough week for Ddubzzz. I went 7-9, first sub 500 week. Tip won the week going 10-6.
Turn up,
And
turn up.
Lazook went 9-7.
Here we go.
Overall record, pretty close winning percentage between all of us, really. But Tip took like a 3-game lead on me. So
Here you go, boys. You're looking at it.
what is looking at that?
This is my power, dude. Drinking these is what gives me my insight.
Come on, bro.
So looking at week 6, it's crazy. The NFL season moves so fucking quick. Looking at
it was already buys. Was there a buy this early last year? I feel like it was really early for
Yeah,
buys.
they usually start around 5 or 6.
So starting with the Thursday night game, Buccaneers Eagles. Who you guys got?
Dude, the Bucks
all day.
Piece. Crush
I got
piece.
Bucks too. Bucks are favored by 7. First game in the 10 o'clock window, we got Cardinals, Browns in Cleveland.
Ooh, that's going to be a tough one for Cleveland. I
By the way,
wasn't that
Cleveland's-
impressed with the Cardinals. I'm taking the Browns.
Cleveland's favored by 3 right now.
Yeah, I'll take the Browns too. I like them at home. I think it's a pretty even.
I think they're even teams. Yeah, I think they're even teams.
I think I'm taking the Cardinals.
Good idea.
Fuck that, dude.
I was like, what?
Next game, Dolphins, Jaguars. I'm taking the Dolphins.
I'm going to take the
Toilet bowl.
Jags.
You pick the Jags like every week.
I do. I'm just waiting for him to get that surprise win for me.
The Dolphins.
Yeah, I picked them.
Actually, I think the one week they won is the week I bet against them.
next game is Packers Bears. By the way, the Dolphins are favored by 3.5. Packers
Bears.
Bears.
The Bears apparently are the best team in the league because they beat the Raiders.
Yeah, they crushed the
So-
Raiders. So I'm going Packers.
You taking Bears? You're taking the Bears, Lizu?
No, I'm not taking the fucking Bears.
The Bears are 3-2 right now. Just let you guys know.
You already knew
they're
who I'm
gonna-
taking here, boys.
They're gonna again make the playoffs. The Bears, like they did last year, where they're gonna sneak in at like 8-8.
This is the first week I'm going to bet against the Bengals. I'm going to take the Lions.
Oh, okay.
The Lions have
ahead
been
of the
playing
game.
really good, and the Bengals are beat up right now.
Getting ahead of the game.
Is
a
Joe
little
Burrow
bit.
even going to play?
Is Mixon
Bengals-
gonna play?
Bengals Lions? Yeah, Joe Burrow's gonna play.
Oh, he is? Ooh.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
changes things, but
Bengals.
I'm going to take...
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Joe Mixon.
I'm going to take the Bengals. If Joe Burrow's playing, I'm taking the Bengals.
Harry said Lions.
All right.
I'll take the Bengals as well. I think they're good, dude. They should have won that game against the Packers. Bad kicker.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't because it's in our division. But the
Oh
bad
my
kicker
God!
screwed it.
Hold on, time out. Did you guys see the 5 missed field goals in a row in the Packer game last week?
Yeah, Mason
Yeah.
Crosby, dude, what the hell?
Dude, between both teams, they missed 5 field goals.
Yeah,
in
he
a
misses
row.
5 in a row from like within 40, but against the 49ers, he rails a 52-yarder with 10 seconds left like it's no fucking
Of course
big
he
deal.
does. Yeah. Dude, I was watching that and I thought I was seeing a replay. I went, I took a piss, I came back, and literally he had another 40-yard field goal, and they kept doing it on 4th down from like the 40 to 40. So they miss it and then run one play, hit it, miss it, run one play. It was like the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen.
It was
in my entire
crazy.
life.
It really was weird.
And they were bad misses. One of them was actually there was 2. I mean, like off the rails type shit. But the other
Yeah.
3 were bad.
Calais Campbell blocked one too. So
Oh yeah, that's right. I
That's
forgot one of
true.
them did get swatted.
His big ass meat hand.
Oh dude,
he's
just
also
fucking
fucking 6'8".
lunch
He's like the
boxes.
biggest human
Yeah.
being on the planet. I got the Bengals in this game. Tip, that's what your pick to the Bengals. Next game is Texans Colts. I have a big gripe against the Colts because how could you not hold on to that fucking lead? The field goal kicker missed 2 field goals in that game.
Yeah, that's
For the winning
brutal.
game.
That's brutal. They should have won that.
But I'm taking the Colts.
Me too. Colts.
I'll take the Texans.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'll take the Texans. Yeah, I think they're due for a big game.
Okay.
Indiana's favored by 10 points. Rams Giants in New York. Rams are favored by 9.5.
Oh god.
Yeah, the Rams
I mean,
are
without
Crest
Saquon, come on. That's a gimme for the Rams.
What you don't want to have Daniel Johnson for the win?
I think Daniel Jones is even hurt. I think the entire Giants team got hurt last week.
So
I don't
they're
even know his
yeah,
name.
they're-
Is how bad he
They're
is.
toast. I mean, even healthy, they probably didn't have a chance, but hurt, they definitely aren't even close.
Next game, this is a bounce back for the Chiefs. Chiefs and the Washington football team.
Man,
God, I want to win. I want to pick the fucking.
part of me
I
wants to
wanna
pick
pick
Washington. I mean, the Chiefs
Yeah,
look
me
like dog
too.
shit, dude. I don't know.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
I'm picking the opposite of Matt.
I'm picking
Whatever
Washington.
Matt picks, I'm picking the Chiefs.
Never know. Tyler Heineke's the X factor.
Dude. And they've been playing
Uh,
great.
McLaurin.
Next game is Panthers Vikings in Carolina.
With
uh,
CMC healthy.
I'm going to. This is a tough one because the Vikings have been playing pretty good and playing.
Yeah,
close
they have
games.
been playing solid.
Panthers did not look great last week. I'm going to take the Vikings.
I'm going to take Carolina.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Carolina as well. Actually, in this one, I think CMC's gonna have a bounce back game.
Yeah, with CMC, that just changes that offense so much.
So the biggest game in the 10 o'clock window, probably better than the Browns, Cardinals, is 2 4-1 teams, and it sucks because the Ravens just get favorable schedules. They get tough teams at home. Fucking hate the Ravens. Chargers Ravens in Baltimore.
Chargers all day.
So the
Yeah,
Chargers got to travel to Baltimore for this game, like across the fucking country. So
I'm going with Baltimore. I think the weather is supposed to be 5-2, isn't it?
I don't know about that.
Oh, rainy.
No, 66. It's like 66
Oh.
and 5. Yeah.
I thought they were gonna get some fucking snow or some shit.
Honestly, I want to pick the Chargers, but again, like the Browns traveling to LA, on a day like that, it sucks traveling to the West Coast, and then the Ravens get the Chargers traveling to Baltimore.
Yeah,
It's just
and the Ravens
some
have just
bullshit.
been playing nasty.
I'll take the Ravens. I don't think the Ravens would play that good. I think
Well,
they came out. They
I guess
came
the
out with
team
games.
hasn't been, but Lamar Jackson, dude.
The Colts kind of showed them up on their defense. Their defense got talked about a lot on that Monday night game, and
got
the Colts kind of
exposed.
showed them up a little bit. So
Raiders
first game,
Broncos. Woo!
first game of the afternoon window, Raiders Broncos.
Ooh yeah.
Couple struggling teams now.
Yeah,
Both in the race.
without Gruden.
What was
Okay.
Gruden doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm taking the Broncos. I think the Raiders are in turmoil after all that. Unless if they come out and they get a win, after all that, I feel like something's good. Somebody stepped in and did a good job. But I'm taking the Broncos.
I'm gonna take the Raiders. I think they'll be able to hold on to it, put it together. And like you said, the Broncos have been looking kind of gross.
Yeah, I'm not convinced the Raiders have what it takes to win ball games right now.
they're a little beat up.
From a Raiders fan to say. Second game. There's only 2 games in the afternoon window. Cowboys Patriots.
How about them Cowboys?
Cowboys are gross, dude. They're so good.
Watch out for the Cowboys, man.
Taking the Cowboys are favored by 3.5.
That's
Only
it?
3.5? Well, they're in Foxborough.
That's shameful. It's gonna be a crush job.
Dude, watch
Come on.
out for Steve Belichick.
Yeah.
He's gonna lick your forehead. Sunday night game. Probably Tithani's 2 most hated teams on the planet. Seahawks Steelers.
I don't hate the Steelers, but yep.
No, I'm saying you hate the Seahawks.
Yeah, you
I
hate the Steelers. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I'm
you already
taking
know who
the
I'm picking, so.
Well, the tough part is Russell Wilson broke his fucking finger on live
Yeah.
TV. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it was nasty.
Yeah, he looked like
Yeah,
a
it was
bitch.
gross.
Um,
Look a bitch.
I want the Seahawks to win this game. Like, I want the Seahawks
Fuck
so
the
bad to win this
Seahawks.
game. But I know that Geno Smith ain't going to get it done, so I'm taking the Steelers.
I want Najee Harris to just take a dump down their throats. 5 rushing
Steelers.
touchdowns against that weak-ass defense. Steelers are going to crush.
Yeah, Najee. Peace.
Najee!
Monday night, Bills Titans has got a good one.
I mean, do we even need to ask? Bills all day.
Yeah, the Bills. Yeah, the Bills.
I'm taking the Titans.
What?
What?
Mike Vrabel is a notorious great coach in these positions. He's going to game plan for that offense. He's going to find a weakness.
I mean, they have Derrick
He's gonna
Henry,
put
so they're
pressure.
never out of the question of winning a game, but
Yeah, he's going to put pressure. They're finally finding their stride. I'm picking the Titans.
might be a good pick. I just think the Bills are they're tough to beat right now.
So getting into our next topic, we'll skip the crypto for right now. Zook, dude, how you feeling about Game 5 of the?
God, I want to go so bad, dude. I mean,
Giants
listen,
all day. Giants all day.
I thought they were gonna bring Webb in last night. I thought they were gonna put him in the starting pitcher. I was a little bummed to see Disclafani because listen, they put him in like in the last game of the year or some shit, and he won a 6-inning outing with 2 runs. But dude, he's been getting rocked by the Dodgers all year long.
They said
Like,
he's averaged 1 run per inning against the Dodgers all year.
God damn.
Give it up 1 run.
That's
per inning.
atrocious.
Yeah, because he had
Per
like
inning.
he had 2 or 3 games where he gave up like 8, 9, and 10. You know what I'm saying? Like in 3 consecutive outings. I couldn't for the life of me figure out why the fuck they were playing Disclafani. I almost feel like they should have had what's his nuts, Johnny Cueto back from the IL come in and play. But I mean, listen.
There
I
you
think
go. Why didn't they? Why is he just
He-
not healed? because he
was hurt. No,
he pitched at the end of the season.
He did, but he got hurt in that last game a little bit. Like he aggravated the same injury. He was out for like 2 of the last 3 months essentially. His fastball is not electric like it used to be. So I don't know, but the experience, I would have chose him over Disclafani every single time. But I feel like it's scripted this way. Like the stats I heard this morning were hilarious. Like 109 win team is going to go home in the NLDS, right?
Right.
Like 109 wins World Series in most years.
Yeah.
And somebody's going home tomorrow with 109 wins,
which is
Yeah.
insane.
so it's a race to 110 wins. I mean, it's just crazy. I think Webb is gonna pitch out of his mind again, but the Dodgers are unreal at every level. Will Smith, I mean, like they're literally 1 through 8. Their batters are scary as fuck.
You have to be perfect. I mean, you have to be on your fucking game. You can't give up any mistakes.
Yeah.
And the reason, I mean, they won that game in LA because of the win. To be honest, I mean, it hurt both people.
And the
both
defense.
ways.
And the defense. I mean, they played really outstanding defense. Do you see that still of Brandon Crawford? He has like 50.
Oh, dude, that play was insane. Like that was the biggest play. If they move on, that's the biggest play of the playoffs. Like that's
the one that sealed the deal.
Depending on what happens tomorrow night,
critical.
like that was insane. Yeah, men on second and third. I mean, that was 2 runs easy.
The power, they were talking about the wind in that game, and they were saying like launch speed and angle and stuff. And the two, I think Corey Seager hit one and somebody else hit one that had the launch angle that would have been out in every single stadium, but because of the wind, it knocked it back in. But the home run that Evan Longoria hit had like the speed off the bat was like 130 miles an hour or something like that. Just crazy how much he crushed that ball.
Yeah.
When they interviewed him after the game, they were like, "So how did you feel about that hit? Like, did you know it was out?" He was like, "I knew I couldn't hit a ball any better, but I wasn't sure it was going to go out."
Yeah.
That's how crazy the wind
I think
was.
he said something like, "If that didn't go out, I'd hang him up right now."
Yeah,
exactly.
Mm.
But yeah, that was an insane game. And if you had, what were the odds a month ago of saying that the Dodgers are going to get shut out twice in a series against the Giants?
Yeah.
I mean, like 1 in a million, something like that.
That's their game, though. I mean, I think the thing in Game 5 that the Giants have going for them, obviously Logan Webb's pitching out of his mind. Number 2, it's at Oracle, like it's at Oracle Park. The Giants have, although they shifted the ballpark a little bit, the Giants still have a home field advantage in that stadium because it's a pitcher's park, and people don't know how to play it.
I will say there will probably be way more Dodger fans in tomorrow night's game than there was on Friday and Saturday, because Friday and Saturday were sold out before they.
E40 is going to be there.
Oh, dude! Game 1, he was sitting right behind home plate. It looked like a fucking giant, like orange guy was wearing. Dude, it was so bright. You can see it from like outer space.
Yes.
It's fucking hilarious. But actually,
dude.
You know what? I was talking to my brother the other day on the phone, and like the Dodgers are good. Don't get me wrong. Like, and people were saying like, "Oh, once you pass the Dodgers, it's all good." But like, literally, it's not. I mean, the
Atlanta, dude.
The Braves are trash, but the
good.
East, like, I mean, man, Tampa Bay is ridiculous. It's a lot of good teams in Major League
Tampa Bay
Baseball
lost, didn't they? I think Boston won that series, right?
Yeah, Boston. Oh, did Boston win the series?
I think so. I think it's Boston, and the Astros have made 5 straight.
Yeah.
Championships.
Oh, the White Sox were trash. They got destroyed. You just see La Russa pulled their best pitcher in hopes to go to Game 5. What a dick.
Yeah, he's I don't like him. I don't like the White Sox anyway, so it's whatever.
He's a weird cat. Did he get arrested for like DUI 3 times in the last 6 months or something?
Yeah.
In the last 6 months?
Nah, not really, but he got, but before the year started, I remember him getting arrested and him telling the cop, "Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?"
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Like, bro,
who
you're
you
talking
are.
to Russa. Like, who cares?
So why is the over under for this game 7? Like, wouldn't you always take the under in that ballpark?
7? Man, if it's windy tomorrow, what's the weather gonna do? Man, 7's a lot of runs. It's a lot of runs.
Right?
I think the
7's
Giants are gonna. I think it's gonna be like 7, 4-2, 5-2. Yeah, maybe.
7's not terrible.
I'd be more shocked with 7 in Dodger Stadium than 7 in Oracle. I feel like seven's way too low for Dodger Stadium, but I didn't feel like seven's out of this world for Oracle.
Yeah.
As being as low it is. But I was looking at tickets today, right? Tickets were
It's gonna be
like
6-1 Giants.
270. So stupid.
What? For
That
where?
doesn't seem that bad.
Bleeders.
270 for nosebleeds? What the fuck?
Yeah,
I
but
think
for
you
a
can find some
game
cheaper ones,
5
though.
against the Dodgers, like that's crazy.
And they have standing room only. Like you can get standing room only tickets and just basically walk
Over by
around
the-
and not have a seat
Yeah.
basically.
How much
Which
are
actually
those?
we've done before. They're like 65, 75 bucks. I think
That's
you
not
can, and
bad.
it's not terrible because like when you walk around like up there by the food shacks and shit, there's those little like chest high tables everywhere, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of a cool spot because right in the first deck, essentially right below the first deck. It's kind of a killer view actually. But
I drove by there today. We're doing a project right across the water.
Not buying
in
it.
Alameda.
No, like the parking lot that's kind of like across the McCovey Cove right there.
Oh, no shit.
Not McCovey Cove, whatever it is.
Or we could just hang
Did
glide
you-
into the stadium.
Did you faggots sell your crypto?
I did not.
No.
Not yet.
Same
Not all
not
of
for
it.
you,
I
dude.
sold 50% of my Shiba, but I did it a little early. I'm still hanging on to all my Ethereum, my VeChain. My VeChain hang to my dang-a-lang. And then...
VeChain.
V-Chain's killing it. V-Chain
yeah,
is
it's,
up
it's
like
doing pretty good.
10%.
Yeah, no, I have
My
the VeChain
Cardano, I'm
also.
holding on to XRP, Doge. Like, I'm holding on to everything. I basically only sold Shiba.
I still have Shiba. I haven't sold it. I kept on to what I was keeping on to, and I'm up a little bit right now. It's probably a good time to sell it right now, to be honest.
Should have sold it at 35, pussy, like I
Which I
said.
might do. Hey, chill out, dude.
Yeah, I
Um,
think it's going back up. It's going back up. I think there's a
And it
lot
might
of
not go
movement.
up back
Shiba's
up this year.
She was gonna be on Robinhood soon, and then it's all bad. So
No, that trend line doesn't look too pretty.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, it
We'll
could.
see. I did sell like half of my Shiba, but
Yeah.
I also got a bunch of Stellar that's been producing really well for me.
Stellar's good.
That V chain is what's funny about that is I actually bought it the same time I bought the V Thor.
Yeah.
And the V Thor is also crushing it.
Yeah, they're partners. So they actually run based off the same company.
And I have no more Doge. I'm out of the Doge world.
You
I
doged
can't do it
out?
anymore. I can't do it. I can't. do
Doged
it.
out,
I'm done.
pussy.
I
You
can't do
didn't
Doge
wait till
anymore.
next year when he's bringing it to the moon?
Come on, bro.
We'll see what happens. I'm going to hang on to my Doge just in case because I have nothing to lose with it. I have like... Let's see, how much Doge do I have?
And I did convert a bunch of shit to Bitcoin because Bitcoin is just on a tear.
So I have $250 worth of Doge. Selling that off does me no good. So I'm gonna hang on, see what happens. But yeah, my Ethereum looking pretty good. I got about 1,500.
In Ethereum.
Yeah. So that's looking
I
pretty
thought you
good.
almost had a full Ethereum.
I did, but I sold 1,000 of it. So.
Oh shit.
Well, I didn't sell it. So like the way I have it is on my what is it called? On my crypto wallet, which is Exodus. Yeah. I have
What do you use?
it's called Exodus. It's an exchange wallet. So you can put all your cryptos in it.
Yeah.
So what you can do is you can convert your cryptos into other things temporarily.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I converted $1,000 of my Ethereum into what is it called? USDT, the stablecoin.
Oh yeah.
So that way, in case I wanted to shift it over to something else, I could. But nothing really looked that good, so I might just throw it back into Ethereum. Because Ethereum hasn't really been going that up and down. It's been bouncing around between like, 36 and 32, kind of in that range. So I mean, if it taps back down to like 33, I'll probably buy back in with that 1,000. But I don't think it's going to go up much more than 36 right now. We'll see. I could be wrong. So yeah, I have like a half of it in Ethereum right now, 1,500.
Oh shit. Bitcoin's looking good, man. I'm thinking Bitcoin and Ethereum are gonna be the two to kind of stand the test of time.
Oh, for sure. Long term, absolutely. They're not going anywhere. But short term, you got those crazy ones, the hype coins, the shit coins, Shiba. That shit could blow up.
There's a bunch of them. Like I was watching this guy the other day that was just doing some like simple day and week trades on Polkadot and some shit called Plug and some other bullshit. And he was crushing it. 230% returns like day after day.
Damn.
Ridiculous.
How bad?
Yeah.
Pancake swap?
That shit, like the pig finance, that cracks me up.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one. But yeah, I mean, crypto's, it's looking good right now. It hasn't blown up yet. Like, I haven't even gotten back to where I was last year. I was almost double last year, actually. So, like...
What do you guys feel about the NFTs?
I'm not fucking with that shit.
Yeah, I don't fuck with NFT. I think it's so
Dude,
dumb.
Pointless.
I know. Did you see like Shaq is all about it? I feel like someone's paying Shaq a lot of money to hype the NFTs.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that is so easily manipulated because there's literally nothing backing it at all. It is just purely 100% based on hype. So, like, yeah, while that can be great in payoff big time, it's not something that I'm going to put my money on.
Yeah, it's just, I don't understand.
I'm going to go with the projects.
It's like electronic baseball cards, essentially, I guess.
Yeah, literally, that's what it
exactly.
is. That's exactly what it is.
Exactly.
It's
So-
just like so ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hanging on to most of it. Like I said, I sold
Some
off a
people are
little bit
paying bread.
into USDT, but I haven't actually taken it out of my wallet yet. So,
Do you pay a fee to convert it? Obviously.
not in my wallet. That's what's cool about the wallet. Only if I take it out of the wallet, then you got to pay transfer fee.
So you can go from, like, I'm sure there's a limit or there's like a certain finite number of cryptos you can go between the two, but you can go from one to the other without having to pay a fee.
Without having to pay a fee, but I think certain ones, like you'll have to pay a certain amount of crypto. I guess that's kind of a fee. But I think, yeah, like with certain, like,
That's-
okay,
that's
say I
like
wanted
literally the
to,
definition
say
of
if I
fee.
wanted to
It's like
sell,
actually the
yeah,
definition.
yeah, that is a fee. Say I wanted to sell, like,
That is a fee.
Ethereum for Shiba, like that one could be exchanged for no fee at all. Like you don't even have to give any of your Ethereum. But like let's say I want to change it from Ethereum to Cardano, they might charge. So like I think it actually depends on which crypto you're exchanging.
Yeah, like if they're on the ERC20 network, then
Yeah,
Probably
something like
no
that.
fee.
Like if it's on the same network, like you might not have to pay a fee, but I'm not exactly sure.
huh.
I usually don't pay
Interesting.
fees unless I usually don't even exchange until the prices are so high. Because
Yeah, I
if the prices
exchanged
are
a
low,
few
I'm just gonna buy it
things.
with cash.
Because I was exchanging some things on Crypto.com, and it's kind of the same thing, but everything was a fee. Like no matter what, there was some kind of either there was almost no fee or there was a substantial fee, and it was gross. So I stopped doing it.
Yeah, some of those fees are fucking what do they call them, gas fees or whatever. Are gross, dude. Like $20 per transaction and some shit. I'm like, what?
Oh,
Like,
dude, there
dog,
was
I just
one
want
where
I just want to switch it up a little bit.
Oh, I know. I was trying
You're
to
gonna take half
exchange,
my bread?
I think it was that VThor one, dude. Because I had like $350 in VThor, and I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna swap this shit out for some whatever it was at the time. I think it was the XLM one, but it was gonna cost me more in fees than the $350 I was putting in to transfer."
What?
I was like, "Okay."
That's yeah. See, that shit's stupid. Like that's the case with my XRP. I have XRP on this exchange, and I wanted to put it into my crypto wallet, but the cost that it was going to cost for the exchange, like the amount that they dock you to move it to your crypto wallet, was like literally a quarter of my total holdings. And I was like, what the fuck? I guess I'll just leave it on the exchange and sell it off once it blows up. Then.
Yeah, I've been using the Atomic Wallet and the Coinbase one, and the Coinbase one actually isn't terrible.
Yeah.
The Atomic Wallet is much cleaner. I like it. It's actually a much better wallet.
I haven't
It's
even
like
seen that one yet.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
What is it called? What's
Atomic?
The Atomic Wallet.
Wow.
Ddubzzz is all type. He's trying to find out. He's like, let me get on that shit. Anyways, that's all we got for this week. It's 8:30. That's closing time, and we will be back next week with an NBA draft coming in hot on the 18th.
Oh,
I'm gonna
are we gonna do it
absolutely.
on that day?
That's
Yeah,
the
on the
18th. That
Okay,
is
I'm down.
a
I'm down.
Monday. Monday evening.
Fuck
Monday at
yes.
7. Is it 7 p.m.?
I think it's at 6:15.
Monday at 6:15. Be ready.
Dude.
I'm gonna dominate the draft. My team is gonna absolutely be like so superior on another level that you can't even like. I'm in a different tier.
You guys realize I scored like 3,000 more points than anybody last year.
Settle down, dog. Settle down. I had Anthony Davis, who his eyebrow was more talented than his basketball skills last year. So
My team
Kinda
was
killed me.
insane.
anyways, that's all we got. We'll see you guys next week. Turn up!
Peace out.
Later, fuckers.